sweetie. Mom, you have to sign the guest book.
Oh, right.
Claire, what made you do that?
Well, Todd would want to pay his respects, Dorian. She was very loyal to him.
Mm-hmm.
That is one strange-looking corpse.
But not as strange as the woman who killed her.
What's that?
Present for us. If things work out the way I hope they will, tonight is going to be the night that we make our baby.
Is what your brother just said true? You have evidence that links him to Tico Santi's murder?
The piece of latex that John found in the life support panel in Tico's room, it came from a special kind of glove. John and I are likely the only two people that use these gloves in the Landview area. So, seeing as John was nowhere near the hospital...
Obviously, Michael didn't kill Tico.
Why is that obvious?
He tried to save his life.
Unsuccessfully.
Michael had everything to lose and nothing to gain by Tico's death.
Why is it that the only hard evidence that we have in this case, it all points to Michael?
I don't know, Bo. Don't know, but I need to ask you for a favor. Can you keep this quiet until I find out what's going on?
Christian, how could you possibly think that you would ever be a danger to me?
You must kill someone who is hated, and another who is loved.
Natalie, come on. Look, we both know a lot of weird stuff's been happening in this house since I got back. And now somebody's stalking Jessica.
What does that have to do with anything?
What if it's me and I don't even know I'm doing it?
Who is it?
It's me. Mind if I come in?
Fine. What do you want?
The note. I want to have it analyzed.
Oh, well, I'll analyze it for you. It says we're never going to be together. And you know something? We're not. Whoever wrote this is right. We're not going to be happy together.
If you're trying to push me away, it's not working.
I'm not the one that pushes, remember?
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Where?
Back to where Antonio breaks Jessica's heart.
Are you saying that you didn't?
I'm saying I am sorry. Again and again and again.
You were engaged to be married. We had a home together. We were raising Jamie together, and then Sonia Toledo blew in town, and you dumped me.
Not quite that
oh, really? It's
Jack.
not Antonio, really?
Okay, fine. What about you? Huh? You would have been married had you been willing to set a date, but you didn't know what you wanted.
I knew exactly what I wanted, and I told you, and you accepted it. Thank God I'm not married right now. I've been going through a divorce. I want to be alone.
That's not true. You miss me as much as I miss you. We messed up. Why can't we just agree on that and go from there?
Because I can't go through that again. And it would happen again and again. You don't listen to me, Antonio. And if you had to listen to me, we would be together right now.
Fine. It's my fault.
We can't bury evidence. I mean, this is too high profile a case. If it was something else, maybe we could delay it a little bit. My hands are tied here.
Michael's not a killer.
Well, then why cover up anything?
The hospital, they're only concerned about liability. Michael's already been before the board and they put him on probation. If the suits
John,
there, even get...
John, listen, I understand what you're trying to do here, and I appreciate it, okay? But there's no way that I'm going to let you throw your career away for mine. I'm sorry.
Listen to your brother. He's a smart man.
Smart? This guy? Yeah, he's just smart enough to throw his whole future away over this.
John, the bottom line is I didn't kill anybody. And I trust you to clear my name. You're a good cop.
What if I can't? What if I can't, Mikey? What if this is another dead end?
All right, well, you've got to stop thinking like a brother right now and start thinking like a cop. And we can't ignore evidence, so why don't we follow it? Let's just see where it leads us.
Straight to him.
No. That's the easy answer. That's much too obvious. We all know there's a lot more going on here. We don't take that at face value. See, that's how we're going to find our killer.
You're not stalking anyone.
Sir, how do you know? Huh? You're not with me 24/7? What if I blocked it out somehow?
Well, why would you do that? I mean, come on, Christian, I can understand you trying to forget what happened to you on that ship, but to hurt Jess? She was your first love. Why would you do that?
I don't know, Natalie. But it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Okay, you're wrong. You love Jess.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, of course it does.
Natalie, you don't understand. Look, things happened to me on that ship.
I know. And I wish I could take them away. But Christian, you have to listen to me. I love you. You are the same man that I fell in love with. You are the same man that I married. And that man would never hurt Jess or me or anyone else. I know that in my soul. So no matter what happens, how scared you get, I'm never going to let you forget that.
The only thing I'm sure of is how much I love you.
Trust me. You're not stalking Jessica. I mean, what possible reason would you have to send her a note like that?
What note?
See? That proves it isn't you.
What did it say?
Nothing. It was a warning just to stay away from Antonio.
I need to see it.
No, Christian.
Why won't you let me make it up to you?
Why, by standing outside my door like some attack dog? Sometimes I feel like you are stalking.
Jess, you need to take this guy seriously. That elevator accident at the gallery, it may have been meant for you.
You're paranoid.
Am I? Am I? I found cable cutters on the grounds here. Did you know that? I took them to the LPD. Forensics is working on them right now as we speak.
Well, you're not a cop anymore. If I have a problem, I'll go to John or I'll go to Bo. Okay, I can handle this myself, whoever it is.
I need to see that note.
Can I touch her?
Sure, of course you can. Go ahead.
She feels rubbery.
Feels like she spent some time in a marsh.
Do you think she can hear us?
No, believe me. This old broad, I think she could hear everything.
You know what? My dad told me that too. He liked her, but I did too. Especially because whenever she was around, I really believed that my dad was coming home.
So you're still holding to that ridiculous theory that Margaret Cochran killed Mrs. Bigelow because she found out that
you can stop it right there. It's not a ridiculous theory. It's the truth. She's dangerous. I confronted her and she pulled a gun on me.
What? Did you call the police?
Sort of.
Sort of? Where?
I called Bo and left a message and he hadn't gotten back to me yet.
Why didn't you call 911 and promise me that you're going to stay away from this woman?
I can't, all right? She's the only person who knows where Todd is. I tried to follow her, but I think she snuck out of a window or something. I don't know.
That's it. I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Look, I am fine, all right? I was kind of hoping one of Mrs. Bigelow's friends would show up, because maybe if she told them, she dug up on Margaret.
What would Margaret possibly want with Todd? I mean, why would she kidnap him? That is crazy.
Oh, imagine it, Todd. A little baby. Half you, half me, with your looks and my brains. It is going to be the most handsome, intelligent baby that ever lived. Why so quiet all of a sudden?
What exactly did you put in that coffee?
Oh, it's just a little pick-me-up. It's working.
That stuff isn't supposed to work unless you wanted it to.
Well, apparently it has a mind of its own. And you look like you're just about ready.
That note. I need to see it.
Why? Christian?
Why do you want to see the note, Chris?
I want to know if it's my handwriting.
Here.
See? This looks nothing like your handwriting. Do you get it, Jessica? He didn't write the note. Hey, and I don't want to hear about him doing any sort of crazy things anymore, right? It wasn't him.
So it's okay that I'm being terrorized as long as it's not by Christian?
No, and I'm really sorry that that's happening to you, okay? But it's not Chris. Let's go.
It looks familiar.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you would be John.
Oh, that's okay. You want to leave him a message?
No, I just wanted to see if Michael was okay. I thought it was really nice that John tried to protect him, but Michael wouldn't let him go through with it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't know? Okay, well, I'll come back later.
Oh, Marcy, wait. No, I walked in on John and Michael fighting earlier. I didn't know what was going on.
I don't know if I should tell you.
Please, Marcy, it's okay. You can tell me. I'm worried about him, too.
Okay. Well, John found a piece of rubber in one of the outlets in Tico's hospital room.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, it came from a rubber glove. It's a special kind of glove. They don't even make them anymore, but the only two people that still use them are John and Michael. But you know that Michael could never kill anybody, right?
Yeah, of course I know that.
Well, Michael's been in trouble at the hospital ever since Tico died, and the board put him on probation, and John was afraid that if they found out, then
Michael could lose his residency.
Right. So John decided not to tell anybody, not yet. Anyway, not until he found out how the killer got a hold of them, but Michael wouldn't let him do it, and so he went and told Bo, and now his whole life could be ruined.
I had my assistant pull the records on Dr. McBain the night of Tico Sante's death, but can I ask, what is this all about?
We're trying to reconstruct the sequence of events from that night, just to see if we missed something.
Okay. Well, according to this, the life support system was disconnected at 8:27 p.m. The alarm sounded. Dr. McBain, the trauma team responded immediately.
He's coding. Give me the crash card.
Code blue.
The team performed CPR, administered epinephrine, and attempted to defibrillate the patient for almost 20 minutes.
Time of death. 8:46 p.m.
When Michael came out of the ICU a few minutes later, he found the police officer still missing, and Victoria Davidson, Antonio Vega, Christian Vega, and Jessica Buchanan Sante gathered in the corridor.
Is there any record of where Michael was before the alarms went off?
Well, the last record we have of his whereabouts is an order for lab work written at 7:45, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't on the floor, Bo. It just means that we don't know exactly what he was doing.
It means that I have no alibi.
Why would Michael need an alibi?
I did not pull that plug, Dr. Miller. I did everything that I possibly could to save Tico Sante's life.
Then how do you explain?
I don't know. Somebody must have gotten a hold of a pair of my gloves. Listen to me. My father died because of a doctor's incompetence. I would never do anything to jeopardize the recovery of a patient, and murder? I am sorry. I couldn't do it. I swear to you.
I believe you. We just can't let the board get wind of this, all right?
I appreciate that.
Paige, you know how all this stuff in here works. Is there any other way that Michael's glove could have gotten stuck in that outlet?
You know what? Doctors don't fiddle with the equipment. We have technicians for that.
I was the person who found out that, I was the first person to realize that the plug was out of the wall. I touched the plug, but I never touched the outlet.
Okay, slow down. Look, maybe you were wearing the gloves earlier, right? If you're done, you throw them in the trash. The killer, he comes in, he fishes them out, he puts them on so he doesn't leave any prints.
You know what? I might be able to help. I'll be right back.
You sure we shouldn't keep this amongst ourselves?
We can trust Paige.
Look, at the end of the day, she's still Michael's supervisor.
John, I can take care of myself.
We're not talking to you right now.
Yeah, but you just heard her. She's not gonna jeopardize his position.
I understand that. Something like this, it ends up in Michael's record. It'll ruin his whole career, it'll ruin his life.
Yeah, John. I'm trying to protect your brother right now, and I respect that. But it's my job to protect you. I think I should take you off this case.
I walked out on John earlier. I was mad at him for not telling me what was going on.
He couldn't tell you. It's police business. He wasn't even going to tell Bo. But you are his girlfriend.
Thank you. We've just been arguing a lot lately. You know, we're not in sync, I guess.
I know what that's like, believe me.
Anyway, I don't know what happened. I'm sitting here trying to write out my apology, but I wasn't doing a very good job.
Well, don't ask me any relationship advice. You know, I think you and John make a really great couple. And I'd hate to see you guys break up the way me and Michael did. I tell you, it feels awful.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. You know, the McBain boys, they're complicated.
They're not the only ones.
Me, I'm just confused.
Me too, Marcy.
Now, if the test is positive, it'll be time for us to bring our little Peter or Victor or little Todd to life.
I meant the other little Todd.
I know what you meant. You're not going to do that here.
Well, of course not. I'll be right back. Keep your fingers crossed.
Margaret is
she's in love with Todd, and I have to find him before she does something horrible to him. If she hasn't done something already.
Blair, would you please get over it? I'm telling you, Todd is gone. Yes, shh. He left of his own accord in the most despicable way.
You never
It is
support-
time for you to How can you say
What?
that?
You
never
guys fighting
concentrate on
nothing, sweetheart. Nothing. Did you pay your respects to Mrs. Bigelow?
Yeah, I gave her my lucky rubber salamander. I figure she might be lonely down there, so... David told me it was okay.
Well, that's strange, but that's sweet.
And what about you, David? Did you pay your respects?
What, are you kidding? I certainly did. I don't need somebody like that haunting me in the afterlife.
I am so sorry that this happened to you, Mrs. Bigelow. You didn't deserve it. You were just trying to help me find Todd. I just wish that you could talk to me. Wish that you could tell me what you found out. I wish that you weren't dead.
What makes you think I'm dead?
Now will you believe me that you're not stalking my sister?
I guess so.
Baby, everything is okay.
No, it's not okay, Natalie, and you know that as well as I do. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm capable of.
Then find out. You please just get some help. Okay, talk to somebody. If you can't talk to me, just talk to someone. I don't care who. Just someone. I can't stand seeing you torture yourself like this. It's breaking my heart.
Okay.
What?
I'll go. I'll call and make an appointment with the shrink tomorrow.
Really? I'm so glad. You know, you're gonna feel so much better when you talk to someone.
I want to talk to you too, you know. It's hard. I do trust you.
Well, you were going to tell me something earlier. Do you remember what it was?
I've seen this handwriting before.
Are you sure, or are you just trying to scare me some more?
Let me take it to a handwriting expert, and then maybe we can get a sense of who we're dealing with.
I'm a journalist. I can get it analyzed myself.
I'm trying to help.
I know you are. It's just, I don't want to go back to how we were. You treating me like I can't do things for myself, like I'm a little girl.
Jess, this is a lot more serious than me keeping you out of the loop about the LPD. And I'm not keeping anything from you anymore. I'm not keeping any secrets. I'm telling you everything.
I know, and I appreciate it.
I should have trusted you more back then.
Then let me deal with this myself now.
By ignoring it? No. No, whoever this stalker is, he's bold enough to break into this house, and he's angry enough to tear up this room, and you could be next. So unless you can physically carry me out of here, I'm staying.
Oh, I hate this macho part of you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I've been wrong about things like this before. But not this time. No, this time I'm sure of it.
course you are. You're always sure of everything.
No. I'm not sure about what's on that note. You and I used to be happy together. And I think we could be like that again. Now, I believe it. And I think deep down inside you believe it too.
To tell us if we can start fertilizing. I'm so nervous. Do you want something to drink?
Another pick me up.
You can be as mean as you want, but we are going to make this baby. You know, I was so tempted to use this on Blair earlier. You know, she actually suspects that I had something to do with your disappearance. That's no problem. If she gets too close to the truth, I'll just have to get rid of her. The same way I got rid of that nosy Mrs. Bigelow. What is it? What happened? She opened her eyes and she spoke to me. What?
No, darling, it's just your imagination.
Look, I'm telling you, she opened up her eyes and she spoke to me. Tell her the truth. Darling, what?
What did she say?
Don't be so sure I'm dead.
I told you not to touch her.
You know, this has been an exhausting day for you. Everything that you've been through, and it's completely understandable. I want you to sit down. Sorry, get your mother a glass of water, please. Really, just take deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Sorry, Mrs. Bigelow was trying to tell me something.
She was. I just don't know what.
Sounds like you still care about Michael. This relationship might not be as over as you think.
I care about Michael as a friend. That is it. Oh, there. So, Michael needs a lawyer. Would you represent him?
Oh, I wish I could, but I'm already representing Antonio in the same case.
Yeah, but you know he didn't do it. And if he doesn't get a really good lawyer, then he could lose everything.
I don't think it'll ever come to that.
Maybe then you could recommend somebody. You know, somebody like you.
Marcy, listen. Michael doesn't need a lawyer. He has his brother. And John will take care of him.
You can't take me off this case, not when I'm so close to putting it all together.
Yeah, but your brother is a suspect. Now, I can't expose you to charges of favoritism. You're too good a cop.
I can be objective.
Starting now.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. If I do this right, if I follow the evidence properly, Michael doesn't go down for this.
All right. All right. And I want to know everything that's going on now, okay? And just keep things in perspective.
Fine, I will.
All right. Otherwise, I'll take over.
Thank you.
Hey, I pulled the janitorial records from the night of the murder. If we compare them with Michael's activities, see, according to this, the last time Michael checked on Mr. Sante's status, it was 7:38.
I remember that. Everything was fine.
Well, the janitors, they have to initial every time they clean a room, so we should be able to tell when the trash was emptied. That was at 8:10.
17 minutes before the killer pulled the plug. So if Michael's gloves were in the garbage...
They were gone before the killer got there.
Right.
Well, that's great. So instead of clearing me, things just got a hell of a lot worse.
Christian, what is it? What were you going to tell me?
Do you remember when I was in the hospital? After Tika tried to shoot me?
What about it?
Well, you're doing a lot better. We're going to keep you overnight, though, just to be on the safe side. I'll see you in the morning.
hospital. What happened next?
I was talking about... when I told you about being tortured. Like, I want to tell you everything they did to me, Natalie, but it's hard.
It's okay. I mean, if you're not ready to talk about it right now, I mean, it's not like I'm going anywhere. You know, maybe you can talk to your therapist about it.
Yeah. Maybe.
I love you. Forever. There's nothing that you can say to me that would ever change that.
Miss Bigelow opened up her eyes and said something?
Well, I wouldn't put anything past Mrs. B, but I think your mom's starting to feel the effects of your dad taking off.
Me too. But he is coming back. I know he is.
Honey, let's go home. You need some rest. Come on.
I know what Mrs. Bigelow was trying to tell me. She knows how to find Todd. 5 more minutes. The test is almost done. Oh, maybe.
No. It's not time yet. You don't want to mess this up.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I'll go make myself a cup of tea. There's nothing like a good cup of tea while waiting. Wait a minute. Those tests are idiot-proof. There's no way that I can ruin it. Wait a second. It can't be negative. This is supposed to be the night. Freeze!
Just because a glove didn't come from Tico's room, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look very good now, does it?
This is not over, Michael, not by a long shot.
Bo's right. There's still somebody who can clear you.
Can you honestly say you weren't happy being with me?
Hello?
Jess, it's John. It's John McBain.
Hi, John. How are you?
Well, I think you already know the question.
No, John, I don't remember who pulled the plug on Tico.
Okay. Listen, Jess, I need you to keep trying. You're the only one who can help us find this killer. People's lives are at stake.
Well, I'll try, but I wouldn't count on it.
You know, Jessica, we don't talk about that now. You saw Tico's killer.
I guess because apparently I have other things to be frightened about.
Yeah, but did you ever think that maybe somehow it's connected? If we could find the answer to what happened the night Tico was killed, then maybe we can find the answer to what's happening to you now.
I could shoot you right now.
Margaret, put the gun down. You're gonna shoot me?
Oh, don't be so sure about that.
Sweetie, this is our little mating dance. I get loose. You
tie me back up. I don't think it's sexy.
Look, you can mock me all you want, but we are going to make a baby.
David, would you mind taking Star out to the car for me, please?
Here's your water.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
I'm nothing, Annie. Let's go, Toots.
Claire, you're losing your grip.
Dorian, what if Mrs. Bigelow really didn't die in that fall? But she did. Oh, come on. We know that, but Margaret doesn't. What if we printed up some story in the Sun that said that she miraculously survived the fall? And she's fighting for her life in the hospital. Margaret believes it. She reads it. She believes it. She comes to the hospital to finish Mrs. Bigelow off before she has a chance to tell us what really happened to Todd. And then we nail her. That'd be great. Oh, heaven help us. Oh, Mrs. Bigelow, thank you. Thank you so much. You did not die in vain. You are going to help us. You're going to help us find Todd. You are going to help us bring him home where he belongs.